Hey man, just giving you a quick call. I just wanted to let you know that you are so close, dude. You're so much closer than you think. A lot of these big goals that we've had and these big aspirations, they're right around the corner for you, dude. So you just cannot give up. So stoked for you to see this. P.S. We bought a Lambo. So keep going, bro. We'll talk soon. Peace.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Bryson. This is the Bryson Everyday Project podcast. This podcast is a little bit different than other ones out there. Here, I only focus on documentation. I don't focus on quality or being professional or being entertaining. If that sounds like something you're interested in, I'd love for you to stick around and give the show a listen. You can also follow me on Instagram at BRQUSE. Thank you so much. Here's the show. All right. Holy fuck. All right. So much just happened. Yeah, or is happening, and I'm overwhelmed, and I don't know what to do. Apparently, Brian is in a Zoom call with the team, the team, the whole squad, all the people in his group, all the students. Mina being one of them, maybe Trey, maybe Dawson, I don't know. Apparently, he shouted me out in the group, Brian did, and said that you can hire me for $30 an hour for spreadsheets and whatever else or services, I don't know. And, you know, that's cool as fuck, bro. Truthfully, it is. Like, I'm hyped about that. But also, it's like, I'm one guy, you know? And I also, I don't know. I'm just going to say how I feel. I'll course correct as I go. But $30 an hour, huh? You know? Like, I'm grateful. It's the most money I've ever made per hour in my entire life, officially, consistently, is $31.28. If you want to go to FedEx, I think technically it would be, I think there was one day where technically I got like 50 something, but that was a shift, you know. Anyway, so I'm grateful. But I don't like feeling now like I'm capped, because before I felt like it was up to me to decide my worth. Now somebody else is deciding that for me. And I think that's what bothers me the most. He put in the group, tagged me, some guy reached out, said, hey, I'm looking at getting some quality data sheets made up for my business, man. And dude, I'm all for that. But let's see. So he sent me a message. He says, hey brother, looking at a sheet or multiple sheet that shows client numbers, client renewal, retention rate, churn rate, client name, start day, length of program, coaching package, pricing, 30 days from end of program, 2 weeks out from end of program end date. Then also have weekly, monthly booking, sales, cancellations. That's what I'm just thinking off the top of my head. Okay, so client numbers, the fuck does that mean? Client renewals, retention rate. So that's just division, okay. Churn rates, division. Client name, start date, length of program, coaching package, pricing. That's all I already have in Notion, 30 days from end of program. Yeah, I can do that, no problem. Then have weekly, monthly booking, sales, cancellations. Yeah, that's fine. That's just what I'm thinking off the top of my head. Okay. Yeah, I can absolutely do that for sure. Dude. I'm grateful, man. Dude, I don't like that. Call me whatever you want to call me, but now all this is great. The one thing that just irks me is I have somebody tell me what I'm worth, bro. I could have said 30. I would have been fine with it, but he said 30, which means if I say anything else, I'm going against what he said. I'm working for him. Oh my goodness, bro. So I feel like, I don't know, dude. I'm really just overwhelmed. So, dude, I don't know, man. What's going through my head right this second is I quit my job to do exactly what I'm doing now. And now I have work out the ass, and I'm going to make a lot more money. Fantastic. And yet I'm still, okay. So what overwhelms me the most, let's walk through this, Bryson, all right? Cool. What overwhelms me the most is that I have 3 clients, call them client. Fuck it. From here on out, call them clients. I don't give a shit. I got 3 clients now who I am working for, and their systems aren't done. Mina, I feel like he's so cool and understanding. I've put in so much work for his business and the back end stuff that I feel like I'm cool there. Like, I don't feel like I'm walking on eggshells. I don't feel like, if I don't get this done by X date, I'm going to get fired. I don't feel that way whatsoever. With Trey and Dawson, I don't necessarily feel that way, but I'm so new to their businesses. I don't know. I want to make sure that they see me working and they don't think that I'm just dicking off. And truthfully, that's just got to be an insecurity of mine, because that's not the first time I felt this way. I don't want anybody to feel like they're getting gypped. I want to make sure I over deliver. I want to make sure that things are easy to use. And so I think part of me is just being hard on myself. I had a Zoom call with Mina today, so you're going to hear that at the end of this show. But he says, dude, crazy how your mind works. You're so organized, or something like that. And to hear that, I was like, yeah, thanks, dude. I appreciate that. However, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at, because I don't know. I feel like, dude, I don't know, bro. Sitting here not doing a goddamn thing about it, though, is not helping any. So I got to definitely do something. Trey is here, yes. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just reading a text from Mina. Sitting here doing nothing about it is not helping, so I need to just lock in for the night and just get this done. I might just, I'm very overwhelmed. I'm going to share, I don't want to share too much. I'm not going to share this. Never mind. I care too much about these people to share stuff. Anyway, I just feel like I bit off more than I could chew, 100%. And I hope that nobody else, I don't even want to say that. Fuck that. That's so disgusting that I was going to say, I hope nobody else reaches out and asks me for help. What I mean when I say that is I don't want to do any more spreadsheet stuff if I don't have to. So I hope everybody reaches out, but for what I'm working on now, I don't know. My brain is all over the place. There's on the Zoom call with Mina, there's a lot of things I need to fix. Nothing crazy. It's just I need to make things flow a little bit better, And maybe I ought to just focus on that. I don't know, dude. It's so hard for me to do that mentally. Like, okay, I'm not gonna do a goddamn thing with Trey or Dawson all night, because technically I've already put in all my hours for the day. I've pretty much been on Notion all day today, building databases and making the flows and working on the formulas and making automations and stuff like that. And what I do for one coach, I can absolutely copy to another. Not that it would be copy paste and everyone has the same thing. I mean, kinda. That being not the point. The point being, I can absolutely, kill 3 birds with one stone. So if I put in 2 hours for a coach to make a project, that is, I'm able to then use that same thing as a starting point for the next set of 2 hours for the other coach, and then build upon that. By the time I get to the third one, I am, I have 8 hours worth of stuff that the next day I can then use that as a starting point for the first coach, and it builds upon one another. And as I go, they all get their unique specifications, their unique customizations to the whole process, and then they are able to have everything kind of customized to them. So I'm very all over the place right now. Like, I'm just going to share, like, truthfully, like, I read this message. I feel obligated to respond right now. I don't want to leave them unread. I don't want to forget, so we're just going to mark this as unread. I'll come back to it. How do you unread it? Mark as unread. There we go. Yeah, I just feel like I have too many loose ends. I have too many open loops. I need to close them. I need to close at least all of them but one. I feel like it's good to have open loops, because then it's like you want to get back and finish it. But not when I've got 15, I've got what the hell's going on with Riley? I feel like that's actually a closed loop. I don't know. You know, I also feel bad because I messaged that Emily girl back and said, hey, so sorry. You know, I got signed up with 3 more coaches. I'm on their teams now, and I just don't have time to, you know, do all this stuff. And then Brian's like, hey, you can hire him $30 an hour. Also, Brian said, you know, I shouldn't be working for anybody else if stuff for him isn't done. And I was like, well, it is done. I'm just waiting to hear back. I'm waiting for confirmation. You know, you know, stuff got put on hold. I don't choose what gets put on hold. You know, I don't choose what information is sent my way. You know, he's introduced me to 2 other clients of his students, and he says, hey, you know, help them out, make a spreadsheet. And so I messaged those students and I say, hey, what kind of information are you looking for? What specifics? They don't respond. So I did my part. You know, I'm not trying to reach out to, dude, I'm not trying to play tag and try to figure out what they need, you know, because truthfully, if I had it my way, you know, moving on from spreadsheets, you know, I'll do them maybe to work things out. I don't know, to help people out in that, like a small, I don't want to be a dude. I don't know. I'm just so over spreadsheets right now, bro. No shit is badass. I don't want to build in that, and I want to spend my time in there. I don't want to. I almost feel like I'm just like I have these distractions, you know. I don't know. I asked for this though. Fucking last week, bro. Let's see. Can I see the episode? Probably not. It's such a dumb feature, Apple. Come on, bro. Was it $5? It's got to be $5.99. I'm just gonna go on Spotify. Let's see if I can just find it pretty quick. Oh, it's right at the top. Right on. Never listened to my own show, so I don't even know. 5 meetings in 1 day. Hired, yeah. So $5.99. $5.99, dude. That's the day that shit happened. June 9th, 2025. My 13-month anniversary with my amazing, wonderful, beautiful girlfriend. Shit started happening. That's cool. So episode 599, bro. Today is 6:07. 9 days ago, I was just hanging out at 2 hours of work for Mina per day, trying to figure out what the fuck I was going to do to see if I could get more hours from Mina so I could get more, you know, because I wasn't getting the hours from PT Dom. Here we are now. Got Trey, Dawson. Now I'm being published in the goddamn group chat. Got more people reaching out. Apparently I'm worth $30 an hour. Not up to me. That fucking bothers me. But here, you know, dude, it's just a phase of life. I got to prove myself. I got to prove that I'm capable and worthy, or whatever. No, worthy is not the right word. That I'm capable of handling this level of life. And it always gets harder before a breakthrough. And I've just got to try to keep a right attitude. I don't know. I don't feel like I necessarily have an attitude problem. I feel like I have a pretty good perspective on life. But I guess if I say that, maybe I don't, because the humility needs to be in check. I don't know. But I don't know. I asked for food, and I got 12 plates of food. But because I asked for it, I gotta eat it, dude. Just a little analogy, I guess, for I asked for work, I got work. You know? Man, dude, this is something, huh? I'm just pacing my office right now. I'm an excellent, I don't know what the word would be, but I'm just walking around, I'm like, oh, you know what? It's my beanbag, it's in the way, it's just kind of cluttering. If I just move this and get out of the way, I'll be able to work. But it's like, what the fuck does a beanbag have to do with my desk chair? It's 20 feet away from it. You know, it's probably 5 feet. The fuck? I don't know, dude. This is the show. This is what I'm thinking. I feel like how I am being now and behaving now is going to be the same exact way that I'm behaving after I get off the phone with somebody and I sell them a $5,000 thing. Because I'm going to be walking around my room and saying, I could have done this 8 years ago. I just made an an hour what I made all of last month combined working for Hill Air Force. What the fuck am I doing? I have a business now. I feel like that's how I'm going to be after I, scream and shout top of my lungs that I just made a sale. But I just don't like that it's, I almost feel like these coaches are off limits now. Because he said I'm $30 an hour, so how do I sell a system that's $5,000? I just gotta get better at sales then, I guess. Huh. Dude, I'm so just... I might send a text to some family, to Lexi, and just say, hey, I guess the ones that I'm in a conversation with, just, hey, I'm gonna go till tonight. I am so overwhelmed. I have so much to do. I'm not gonna do that. But, wow, dude, I actually recorded 7 minutes worth of a show earlier today. I was up at the track at the gym. I went to the gym, got a chest and tricep workout in. It was very, very short. I think it was the workout itself was 45 minutes, but it was short in the sense that I only did 16 total sets. So I was kind of just taking my time, and it was a good workout. I feel good. I only did 4 exercises between chest and tricep, so for what I usually do, it's very little. Usually it would be like 4 to 5 exercises for chest, 2 to 3 for tricep, maybe throw in some calves, maybe throw in some abs, but yeah. Then I went and played basketball, did that for about 45 minutes. I got invited to play a pickup game with the same people that I talked about a week or 2 ago, I don't know. And it was a lot of fun, and that's a good workout for me, dude, especially because I'm trying to get better with cardio and stuff like that. It was really fun, and made some shots, dude. Feels cool, because I only ever shoot around. I mean, I've always said no when people ask in the past if I'm playing basketball. They're like, you want to play twos? I'm like, no, good, bro. So it's been cool. But after that, I went and walked around the track. That's where I recorded 7 minutes worth of a show. It was so goddamn windy out there, though. And there's a lot of people just kind of doing their thing around me. And I felt like I didn't want to because it was so quiet. There's nobody, nobody saying anything. And people were just walking, and I was just behind people. I was just talking. And I was like, I'm just going to cut through the grass, go back, grab my stuff, and end it. And as I was doing that, I was just like, okay, I just can't stand here and finish my thought. I don't know, I'm weird like that. So I'm just going to explain it. I had my shirt off, and I didn't want to just sit there and walk back to my car while recording a show. But I didn't want to pause the recording to then put my shirt on. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to stop, lose my train. I didn't want to do that. So I was like, fuck it, I'll delete the whole thing. And I did. And so deleted the whole thing. I'm sure I could get it back. It's in my recently deleted, but yeah, I don't give a fuck. So yeah, it was also very windy, like very windy where I was at. And so I was like, I don't even know if it sounded good or not. I just deleted it. So, but that was before the Zoom call. That was before anything. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot going on. I just feel like I'm letting everybody down. Like they're expecting a lot of me. I feel that way. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. I just want things to work. I just want things to flow. I just want things to work. That's what I want. And it's trickier to work on things when there's actual real data in there that I can't screw up. What I mean is, Trey, he's got all of his clients in there. He's using it now. He's not using a spreadsheet anymore. So now I feel that obligation to ensure, I feel that strong obligation to ensure that what he's using and now paying for works. And when I'm sitting here thinking of a dozen different ways of how it could be absolutely 10 times better, easier, flow better, it's hard for me to be like, oh shit, dude, he's got a subpar. So I think that's going to be a big problem for me in the future with all of this, for sure, because I can't send out an update and then the thing automatically updates. So I'm either going to have a team that goes in there and does that, or they just don't get the updates, or I don't know how the fuck that's going to work. That's how Notion is. So if I make a cool ass system now, you can't tell me that in a year I'm not going to think of better ways or ways to make it better. So what about the people who paid for it now? Did they get the update later, or do they just not get any updates? Like, how does that work? I don't like that, dude. Which makes me believe that I'm going to have to do something to get a team and then also pay that team accordingly, which means if I'm going to pay them accordingly, I need to have, like 10 sales a month. If I'm doing 10 sales a month, we'll just say $3,000, it's $30,000 a month. And if I'm paying somebody, I don't even know, dude, I've always had this dream, this goal. Anybody who works for me, dude, I hate saying that, but anybody who works for the business that I started, I want to pay them as much as I can so that they are well compensated and they can, pay their bills and stuff like that. But also just, like, hey, you work here, you get paid well. Kind of, that's, I know in business doesn't necessarily work that way. You want the highest profit margins for numerous reasons. But if I can just pay for myself and what I got going on and do what I want to do, buy a Lamborghini and shit like that, then I'm cool with making sure the team is fed, you know what I mean? Here I am talking about all this when I don't have a team. But the idea is that, I don't know. I might eat my words. I don't know. But it would be cool if I could do this and then pay somebody to work 4 hours a day, $50 an hour. I don't know, something like that. So they work 5 days a week, working as the operations guy for these coaching businesses. They send out, or they go out and fix the updates. They do all that stuff. They handle my operations of being the operations guy for, And so if they work 5 days a week, that's $1,000 a week. So it'd be $4,000 a week, $50 times 4. Oh wait, that's right. $200 a day, $1,000 a week, $4,000 a month. If I had a team of 4 people, that's $16,000 a month that's going out to pay the team. And then I guess it's $14,000 remaining for me to either, to live life, but I don't need $14,000 to survive. I'm able to do that right now with $3,500. So I don't know. Maybe I'll hire more people. I don't know. I'm thinking so far into the future, which I guess it's not that far because last week I was just working for Mina, just kind of lollygagging. Well, not lollygagging, but what a funny word. Lollygagging? Get a lollipop down your throat? I don't know. And now here I am, 9 days later. Fuck me, bro. This happened so quick. Dude, I get chills when I think about it with like how Alex Hormozy says, it happens slower than you can imagine and then faster you can expect. It happens slower than you expect and then faster than you can imagine. What the fuck is it? We gotta find this. I'm gonna pause and find it. Hold on.
There's this huge time delay between when we start behaving in a way that a winner behaves and when we start winning. And the problem is that the bigger the mountain you're trying to climb, the bigger the W you're trying to get, typically the more delayed it is between when you start behaving like a winner and when you start being a winner.
Right here.
It happens slower than you expect and then faster than you can imagine. And I think that's the part that everyone misses is they expect the faster than they can imagine and they imagine really big. And so then their expectations are really big, really fast, but they take the intensity and they don't apply it to a timeline that's appropriate. What has worked so well for me and why the input over the output focus has been so powerful is that I can extend the time horizon basically indefinitely because the goal is me and then the external goals occur. There's slower than like a winner, and when you start being a winner, it happens slower than you expect and then faster than you can imagine. It happens slower than you expect and then faster than you can imagine. It happens slower than you expect and then faster than you can imagine.
All right, I had to pause for a sec, dude. I don't know what it is about that and also just kind of how life is for me, but gets me right in the feel goods. It's like, I'm making little Bryson proud, dude. At least I hope so. I don't know, dude. It did. Happened slower than you expect. What the fuck is it, bro? Slower than you can expect, or is it slower than you can imagine? The fuck is it, bro? Hold on.
Like a winner, and when you start being a winner, it happens slower than you expect.
It happens slower than you expect. I'm going to write this on my whiteboard, dude. Slower, expect, faster. I didn't mean to write this. I just wrote the letters, but I wrote slower, represented by S, expect, represented by EX. So we got sex. And then we have faster for F, and then imagine for M. So sex fem. Yeah, dude, this makes me feel like I'm in the days of life that my future self will say, holy shit, do you remember when? And that gives me goosebumps to say out loud, because I feel very lucky to have the awareness to even realize that, you know. I actually was thinking about that earlier. I was playing basketball, and, you know, yeah, I don't know. I just I'm overwhelmed as fuck, but also I know without a doubt in the future I'm going to say my 20s kicked ass because all I did was fucking work all day, develop this, made this, I achieved all my goals. Family eats, kids are taken care of, wife's taken care of. You know, hell yeah. And I just, if I have that frame of mind, it's much easier to just, you know, sit down on my computer and just kind of work the shit out. I even told Lexi this. I was like, every time, well, not every time, I can't fucking lie. Most of the times when I go and sit down and I start working, I think about, okay, the more that I can get done and the more impact I can make right now, regardless of pay now, the more sure I am that I will be able to provide everything and more for us and for our future family. Most of the time, that's what I think about. Other times, I'm like, holy fuck, dude, I gotta make a spreadsheet. God damn, you know? But I don't know. What kind of life would it be if you always did something that you wanted? What kind of life would it be if there was no adversity or there's no, oh, fuck. If you went through life and you're like, oh, hell yeah, I get to do something I like all the time, always. That you wouldn't know what doing something you like was because you never did anything you don't like. You can't know light without darkness. You can't do one thing without the other, you know? Like, we don't know what it's like to be dead. So we don't know what the fuck, like, we just can't truly appreciate life, because if we all truly appreciated life, we would live like it. You know, there's that very, very powerful thought experiment. And it's like, hey, if somebody came up and paid you $5 million, would you take it? You'd say yes. If they said, okay, what about 10 million? You'd say yes. 100 million, you'd say yes. They said, okay, I'm gonna give you 500 million, but you can't wake up tomorrow. Would you take it? And then the person says no. And then the other person says, okay, so that means that you value tomorrow waking up, just waking up at $500 million. The person says, oh shit, I guess so. And the guy's like, yeah, fucking act like it. It's like, it's so easy to talk about and put that value on it, but yet we don't live like it. We don't appreciate life like $500 million. We just don't. We wake up, oh fuck, gotta go to work. Bro, you literally turned down $500 million yesterday so that you could wake up today. And you did wake up today. So treat it as if it's 500 million, you know? So you just can't put proper value on something without knowing the alternative. It's comparison. Fuck, dude. I don't know. So going back to this whole, it happens slower than you can expect, faster than you expect, faster than you can imagine. There we go. Sexfem. Sexifem. Sounds like something else, bro. We're done before I get canceled. Dude, I saw a reel today and it was like, I don't know what it was word for word, but it was like, diets are gay. Only retards follow diets. That's what they said. And I was just so pumped to see that we're saying, you know, every word again without worrying about who it offends and stuff like that. And I have censored myself quite a bit on here. I'm not trying to have shit haunt me, 20 years later and fuck up my whole career. Because people are fucking weird and just absolute petty, weird ass, whatever. And I don't want anything to do with that. So I don't know. Which is interesting. I have noticed. I listened to a lot of old shows from Andy Frisella. He used to say retards. Then there was a moment in time where he said, I just don't like that word. I just don't want to, And then now he's saying it again. So I'm like, okay. So maybe it's just normal that we kind of go through the ebbs and flows of what we can and can't say. Fuck. There's 2 friend requests from people in the group, bro. Oh my. I'm grateful. And now I gotta admit, let's see what this says. Oh, I can't play it. It's an audio. Oh, I can read the transcription. Let's see. Hey man, quick question. Is that new client form, I can use that like... Okay, this is a transcription, so I know he probably didn't type this. But it says, I'm gonna read it word for word. He says, hey man, quick question. is the new client form, is that, can I use that? Like, is that, question mark, is that ready to rock and roll? I got 10 sales calls tomorrow, and I would like to run with that. God damn. 10? 10? We have a call tomorrow, bro. Man's got 11 calls tomorrow, assuming they're all an hour. It's 11 hours. Fuck. Bro, let's go check the group. Is there more people talking about me? Dude. So apparently what Brian's doing is a thing called pod chats, I think. So he has a podcast. He's got like 13. Sorry, I stopped recording because I went to Spotify and there was something that was playing, so I canceled this recording. All I said was he's got like 1,300 episodes, and he does this thing called pod chat. So he records people asking questions in his mastermind and then posts it to a podcast, whatever. So I'm definitely going to go and not eavesdrop and listen to the show and see what was said and see what's going on there. That's cool, dude. So our first feature in another podcast. So there you go. That's cool. So it's the Make Money Change Lives podcast, I think. Online trainer podcast, something like that. Dude, I have no doubt in my mind that Brian is a good guy, but the way that the communication has been for me personally with the few things that I've done, I have not been impressed with. And yeah. But dude, I mean, like, he just shouted me out. Like if you look at this on paper, he said, hey guys, we got Bryson. He's part of the team. He can help you use spreadsheets. It's $30 an hour. Go ask him for help. That's fucking sick, dude. Like, objectively speaking, on paper, dude, that is fucking insane. I'm just bummed because he declared my worth, and also it's just more shit it's more, quote, distractions from things that I'm trying to do and trying to work on. But I don't know, dude. Maybe this is just very good for me to do. I need to just sort this shit out and know when I'm going to, dude, I hate that I'm a broken record, and I've already said this on this show multiple times. I just need to know what I'm doing and when. This would be so much easier. The only thing that's preventing that from happening is me, dude. So anyway, well, let's accept this friend request, I guess. How you doing? Message me. They probably messaged me, and it's probably went to my message request box. Any message requests? Dude, I have got a lot of fucking nasty ass spam messages in here. This is gross. First one, if I just read the preview, water emoji, naughty little, and then THI ... Dude, that's insane. Okay, well, anyway, no message requests from this coach here. That's one thing off the top of my head. I just got to get organized. That's it. And I don't know. I feel like I just don't want to let these coaches down, bro. Like, they got deadlines they're trying to meet. I'm trying to, make that work for them. I'm trying to build this from the ground up as I go. I'm also learning as I go. Trey even said, he says it's freaking cool that I'm trying to do this as I go. He said he appreciates the messy action. I think I'm just so in my head about everything because I want to call my friend on Facebook. Why is he the fuck? I think I'm just in my head about all of this, dude. Straight up, like I really do think that I'm just in my head about this, I'm pretty sure. Because if I agreed upon 2 hours a day, can't do a lot in 2 hours a day. Especially I'm spending 30 minutes to just nail one formula to ensure it's correctly and properly. For one formula, 25% of my whole shift working on one itty-bitty tiny little thing that matters a lot, but doesn't look like anything happened. And I'm trying to do... I just need to shut the fuck up and get to work. That's what I need to do. This talking shit is feeling like a little vent session for me. That's kind of cool. I've probably taken 300 steps in the last 5 minutes just walking around. I'm just pacing around. If there was like a heat map of where my feet have touched on the floor, it would just like a big water droplet because I'm just walking around, and then I get to the point where my desk is, and I just point, and then walk around. I've been doing that this whole show pretty much. I think what I'm going to do, this would help me out, is I'm going to say to each coach, hey, with the limited time that we have, I need you to tell me what you need to get done first. What's the number one priority for you? That way I can just laser focus in on that one thing. And I can work a little bit more efficiently knowing that it's just that thing that I need to worry about, or focus on, whatever I'm trying to say. And we'll go from there. I think that would help me quite a bit, actually. All right, well, deep breaths, boys. Here we go. I'm just going to... Yeah, dude, that's the other thing. So with this Brett guy, I'm not trying to say everybody's name. Well, this guy, he reached out, says he wants a spreadsheet. Like, truthfully speaking, this spreadsheet is probably like a 30, 45-minute project. That's cool, bro. Like, if it was, I don't know. I feel like if this was like an 8-hour project, cool. But it's a little short one. It's a one and done kind of thing. So like once I make it, I probably will never have to look at it again. So if he needs any help, he's gonna send it to me or whatever. I'm gonna go back in there and be like, oh, I gotta remember how I did this. Because when I'm in the flow and I just make something, boom, boom, and it works. And then when it's like, hey, can you fix this? It's like, no, I don't know how to. Who made that? You did. Oh, no, I don't know. Client name, start day, length of program, coaching pack. Yeah. I'll help him out for sure. No problem. It's just, that's what I was saying. It's like a 30-minute, 45-minute project. That's a distraction, bro. That's $15 for me to just take. All right. I think I'm done. Done with this rant. Dude, I gotta get a new chair. This shit is hurting my back. I gotta buy a new one. It's a nice chair, but for some reason they just put these plastic bars in the center. And when I lean back, it just says, hey, how you doing? That's probably why I have a herniated disc, dude. Never mind deadlifting or squatting. This chair, it's fucking sideways now. It's bent. Am I that fat, bro? How much do I weigh? Let's do a live weigh in. Let's see. Hold my phone with clothes on, already ate, with water in me, 191. So I've lost some weight. That's depressing, bro. Trying to be like, 250 solid mass. All right, guys, I'm done. I gotta get this shit going. I'm losing my mind here. I gotta go put some numbers into some cells. Make them calculate numbers. All right, that's it, guys. Thanks so much for listening. This is the start of some cool ass shit. Happens slower than you expect and then faster than you can imagine. We are in that faster than you can imagine part right now. Said it before, but 9 days ago, I was working for Mina for 2 hours a day, trying to figure out how I could get to 4. Now I am declining people because I don't have time to. So that's it. Love you guys, for real. The support and all that stuff is great. It's going to be cool to look back on, no doubt about it. So here's the Zoom call with Mina. After that, I talk for maybe 20 seconds, and then that's it. So that's the show. Appreciate you guys listening. I'll talk to you later. Yo, I'm back. Actually, it is 7:09 p.m. I think I recorded this 2 hours ago. Found out that Brian did not say I'm $30 an hour. He said that I charge $30 an hour. So in my head, it was like, oh yeah, he's only 30. Like he's part of PT Dom. He's 30. But he said that I charge 30. And so that changes everything. So stand corrected. I'm being a little bitch, overthinking, getting in my head. We're all good. That's it. Here's a call with Mina.
7-year PIF.
That's a referral, right? So I get a little bit of...
Yeah, you get a little bit.
Cool. What's up, dude?
$30,000 PIF. Just like that.
$30,000 PIF. Shit.
Nothing, man. How's everything with you?
Doing good, dude. Doing good. I'm overwhelmed, not going to lie. Like a week ago, just you. And now it's shit,
How many you got? You got Dawson and Trey.
Well, it's just Dawson, Trey. There's Riley, who he's more of like, just do a project, then that's it. And I'm cool with that. But
how the fuck does he have like 400 clients? And
Dude, when he said that, and he said he didn't even, I don't know. He's got a whole system down, but he said he didn't even run check-in forms or anything. And I'm like, what the fuck do you, okay. Like
no
just
check-ins?
No, he doesn't do check-in forms. It's all by chat. Yeah, I don't know. Dude, he said he wanted to bring on 2 to 4 coaches per month moving forward.
The hell? Yeah, he's making a shit ton of money, him and his girl.
Yeah, he was telling me that his niche is just one specific type of lady with one program. So I don't even know if they have like training people necessarily, but
cool.
Good for him, yeah. Anyway,
so good. Business is booming, bro. Good.
Yeah, I mean, I just got to build it out for sure, you know. But
yeah,
it's the most frustrating part. Not the frustrating.
If you don't mind me asking, are you charging them like kind of like me, like hourly kind of thing?
Yeah, same thing. There was never any, because the way that, dude, I didn't even think, like, it happened so quick. Now I'm just like, fuck, you know. But it's just, I'm their ops guy. So like, I'm what I am for you, for them. But I'm building out the system first, and then like Dawson's got a whole, dude. He's like ChatGPT, just sending me shit from ChatGPT. Like he'll make a document in ChatGPT and then send me that document. And I'm like, did you even read this, dude? You know, but yeah.
Dawson's really big on numbers. Like whenever we're on call, he's always like fucking going through a shit ton of fucking numbers and shit. You know what I mean?
Well, that's good though. I mean, numbers are everything.
Yeah, 100%. Cool.
That's cool though.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a lot of catching up to do over the last.
Oh, we sure do, dude. I don't even know where to start.
Fucking. Yeah. All right, I'm pulling up your messages unless you want to pull it up.
Oh, well, what are you referencing in particular?
I know you sent me a bunch of shit.
Which time? Which day?
They're all blended together, man. Every day.
Dude, I did my best to not. Like, there was so much shit, and I'm like, I gotta tell Mina, bro.
I love what you're fucking doing, bro. Deadass. I love the amount of work. Sometimes I just feel like fucking shit when I'm like, fuck, I just can't watch this right now.
Dude, it has blown ass a little bit to have you not be, you know, I guess, fully present in the business. I mean, you're on vacation, fully understand, but.
I apologize for that.
No, dude, you're on vacation.
Sorry. Okay.
Just never go on vacation again.
We just launched that referral thing, the affiliate thing with Nardine.
Mm-hmm.
The application already has 11 starts, 50 views, which is crazy.
That's nuts. It's Nardine what? Because I tried to find her on Instagram, but...
Nardine, she's on my story right now.
Oh, it is? Okay, well, I just looked at our current clients, and I didn't see... I looked at Ayub, and then...
She's Nardine Ayub.
Oh, that's what I was trying to search in
yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah. Look at that. Okay. Pulled up your messages, and I know one thing you sent me was the renewals log.
Yeah, I've already reworked that. I know a better way to do it, so I can show you how that works, though.
Fucking awesome. Why don't we just spend the next hour going through all of Notion and showing all the cool shit?
I don't know if we can do it in an hour, dude. Shit.
Let's do it. Let's just fucking knock out as much as possible.
Okay. Here we go.
And I have a hard stop at 5:55.
Okay.
Only because 6 o'clock is when convos with B.
Oh, cool.
Happens. And if I'm not like on it, like ready for the link and to raise my hand, I'm gonna be fucking like 12th on the list, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, cool.
So, all right, cool. All right, let's do it.
All right, dude. So, we got I deleted all the fake data, unfortunately, because I was making looms, so I don't really have much real life stuff to show you. But I'm gonna come back to this actually. So, this would be Michelle's dashboard. Like, this is what she sees, is where she works out of. So every time you see this little thing, you click it and it's a loom video. Oh, it popped up down here. Hold on.
Okay.
So we have a little, just pops up with the loom on how to do everything. So every time you see this, just click it, you know. Dude, what's also cool is with these buttons, you just hover over it and you can just play the video. Oh, I guess not then.
Is that the same loom?
Yeah, same one.
All right, what is going on?
Yeah, just like that.
Do you that's pretty cool. Do you finish a project and immediately record a loom on how to use it?
No, usually I think about it and I polish it off and then I'm like, okay, I'm going to make a video now.
Cool.
But this, I actually reworked a lot. So anyway, this would be how it looks, and then for your view, it would look like this. You would see this with all the different coaches, right? So all that, we would rename it, obviously, but you would see everybody's check-in, everybody's shift from start to finish, how many hours it was, how many hours they worked, the week that they worked it. And then you could see, like when you're doing stuff on Saturday, you just put your mouse over and you would just see everybody's hours for the week. Okay. So you can see I worked 40, and this is all fake, but 45, 7, 10, however you want to, I don't know, if you don't use this, no big deal, but it's here. So you can see that per week.
Sick.
And then this is hours.
How are they inputting hours?
Okay, so they come in here, and this is, let's just pretend that I've been working, right? So I come in here, and I just click clock in. Hey, are you sure you want to clock in? Yeah, I'm ready. So now it says I'm clocked in for this shift. I go about, finish my shift, and then I click clock out. Hey, great work. You sure you want it in your shift? Yep. And then it logs my hours for the day, and obviously 1 second. So, and what's cool is you can't fudge it. So I can't be like, oh, I actually worked 5 hours today, because once it's submitted, like it's not, we don't have dishonest people on team, but like for future proof, like nobody can fudge it up. Like I could even change all this and still, but that's that. And then it'll log it by weeks. So I can see my hours per week, so during this week, this is my hours for a total of 100.
How are you determining the week? Is it Monday through, what's the...
So this right now is Sunday through Saturday, but I can totally change it to Saturday through Friday.
Okay. No, I think Sunday through Saturday works fine. Cool.
Okay. I was just trying to do it for how you do payroll. But anyway, then this is the same exact thing. It's just a board view, because it seems like David and Andrew really like this, but I don't know. It just shows it this way. So, Tuesday, June 17th, I worked 5 hours and 1 minute, Then we have the weekday stats. This is just for fun. So every Monday that I've ever worked, the average amount, this is just fun stuff. I mean, it's not important whatsoever.
Yeah,
but
yeah. No, this is useful too, because it should be the same for people who work.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Amount of time. That's good.
And then we have the same. So that little B here, I just made it so it's board view. So these two are the same exact thing. This is just a board view. So all the Mondays I worked, and the Tuesdays or whatever. And then the cool thing about this, dude, is, let me get this out of here. So this is a calendar view. I think this is actually useful. But the really cool thing is this links with so it syncs with Notion calendar, but that syncs with Google Calendar. Sorry, I'm my way out of view. But so you could even make it so that you have, how you have your calendar in Google Calendar and it shows all of our shifts. You could probably put this automatic into your calendar so you can see when we actually did work. So there's that.
Oh, that's sick. Okay.
So there's that. And there's a daily graph, so I can see per day how many hours I'm working. So I screwed it up because this is so high. But you can click on the day itself and you can see everything. So this is everything for June 16th.
You worked 125 hours on one day. That's pretty sick.
I did. Dude, what can I say?
Pretty fucking efficient. Holy shit.
Yeah. This is for weeks. So same thing, just per week, So this week I work whatever, And then this week. And then same thing with monthly. I'm not going to do yearly. I think that's kind of silly, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what everybody would see. Everybody's got their own version of this. And again, it's literally clock in. Yep, I'm ready to go. This pops up with clocked in. And then you go do your thing, come back, and you clock out. And then when I click clock out, you get sent their shift that they can't see, and then it's tallied up, and you can see everything from your end.
Nice.
So that's everything here.
Nice. This opens up a lot of possibilities for my future. Okay, but
yeah, cool. And then we have quick links, which is I made videos on even how to click a button. You just so for Michelle, she would have this button, so that the community, she would have the intake form responses, the newest clients, and it goes directly to it. So I mean, I don't.
Can you click on newest clients? Is that like where you go to the list and then it's filtered by most recent? Yeah.
So I mean, is this correct? This is the most recently added client.
Yeah. From sign up date, right?
Yeah. From when they joined this. From when they joined. This is sorted by when they joined Everfit.
Sick.
So their sign up date. It's filtered by this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then there is the
back on the shift log. By the way, I don't know if you saw. I shouted you out on the group. I've been like so MIA on the.
Oh, in the group chat, the MDM.
The MDM, yeah. I've been so MIA on that. Like I'm usually very active on posting and shit. I've just been like super focused on like everything we have going on.
Yeah, I did see it. I liked it. That's cool, dude.
Cool.
A part of me is like, dude, I can't handle any more people.
I hope Brian doesn't fucking come at me, but whatever.
Yeah, dude, Brian, dude.
No,
anyway.
I don't think so. That's why I used the word spreadsheet on purpose.
Yep.
So to kind of go with what he told you.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll talk about it later, but I feel kind of guilty because it's like I'm not trying to be working for PT Dom, but I got this opportunity kind of as a result, I just feel kind of scummy.
No, I think either way you would have been in there, because if you weren't added by him, I would have just connected you with people.
I mean, I'm paying him $500 a month, technically, so.
You are?
I mean, technically, part of the deal was when I work hours, the first $500 is taken out, and like I'm paying for my membership still.
For CLA?
Yeah.
The fuck?
From the start, I thought it was like, oh yeah, you're good. You'll just do operations for us or whatever. And I was like, cool. And they were like, cool. So the first 500, and I was like, well, that's cool.
But didn't you kind of leave CLA?
No, I still have access to everything. So. Did
you sign a contract?
Well, actually, I'm not in the portal anymore. I'm in the Facebook group, but I signed a non-disclosure. That's it.
Non-disclosure?
Oh, from the very start? Yeah, I signed an agreement. Yeah.
No, but how long was your agreement with CLA?
It was a year, and I signed that in October. So my last payment would be September. So I got.
Oh, so they're okay. I understand now. That sounds more fair. You're already going to pay them $500, so they just take it out of your pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm.
I mean, it's either way, you're still gaining $500, because it's $500 you would have paid anyways, right?
Yeah, I would have paid it. Yeah, so it's like so I'm saving it, or I'm making more. So it's.
Well, you're making $500. Like, it's just saving you the transaction.
Yeah.
That's it.
But I've only worked 3 hours this whole month, so I'm going to have to pay for sure. So.
Whatever. You're going to be making a shit ton of money anyways.
Yeah. Okay. So we have these milestones. This is actually Michelle's idea. I think this is genius, dude. Because we can do this same concept for everything. Like birthday. I mean, Everfit does birthdays, but so when a client's coming up on their anniversary, we can see this is their anniversary date.
Right, that's actually a great idea.
Yeah. When she said that, I was like, Michelle, that's genius. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing with 6 months. I could do whatever. This is actually kind of a pain in the ass to set up, but yeah, when they come up on it, you just go to
I think we just need 6 months and a year.
Yeah, just go to the profile and then whatever.
We basically just need a year, to be honest with you. 6 months is like most people. We're not going to celebrate someone for 6 months at the program.
Yeah, isn't that like a first program? That's the first program.
Yeah, most people sign up for 6 months now.
Okay, so yeah, again, click the button, takes you to the video on how to do. I mean, some of these videos I don't need to record these, but I'm just trying to be very thorough.
It's good to have for the future.
Yeah. Then we have the brand new client. So when the closer fills out that form, they get filled out and they get put into the master log, and then they get linked up to, if I just click on this person, they get linked up to the updates, the check-ins, the follow-ups, and the onboarding. They all just automatically.
Okay, so, where is check-ins linked to? If I'm jumping ahead.
Oh, you're good. It's right here. So this is where the check-ins would be. It's all linked together. I'll show you. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
But
and this is where like Johnny or David will be checking off that someone did a check-in.
Yeah. So for example, this is David's dashboard. So he's got the group follow-up. Dude, this is so sick. But he's got the follow-ups, and then he's got the different check-ins, and these will be only his clients. And it's filtered so that it will only show David his clients, and Andrew or Johnny his clients. It's really cool.
Did you show them this?
Yeah, Andrew and David and I were in a group chat for a while trying to just kind of iron out like how things should work, and I showed them this and like, oh, that's so sick. And then I did kind of a run through on how
Johnny was involved?
No, every time we tried to get together, it's like somebody couldn't be there. Yeah. Like David wasn't even on a call. It was just Andrew and I. But
okay.
So the new client comes in, and then Michelle gets them here. So if there's nothing here, then there's no new clients. Like the second that somebody fills out a form, they pop up here. All Michelle does is just pretty much acknowledge.
The second that the closer fills out the form, right?
Yep. So like, hey, peace out, so excited. Boom, type the form, submit, and then boom, they get put right here. And I can make it notify them. I can make it do whatever.
Sorry to make you work backwards. Can you show me the form for the closer again?
Yeah. So the form is in the operations hub. All the forms are right here. Yep. So the new client form. So name, what date did they join, email, phone number, any notes, location, time zone, package, what day of the month will they be paying, What is the package total amount? What's their check-ins like? What kind of client are they? And I can add anything more or remove anything that you don't want, but.
Perfect. No, that's sick. Good.
So like literally they fill this out, boom. And matter of fact, I'll just do it really quick. I'm just going to put a fake thing in there.
No, I get it. And this is like this is a link, which is really cool too. So they're just like, they bookmark it on their fucking Chrome and just click it.
Yeah, so I just clicked your name in there. So if I go back here, you're going to see. I didn't think I linked it correctly. I was redoing a lot of stuff, but yeah, that's how it should work.
Okay, bet. So they'll be added to the master client log, and they'll also be added here.
Yeah. Yep.
Sick.
So I don't know, dude. I don't think I have it linked up right now.
This is next level shit, bro. What the fuck?
Dude, I hope so, because I'm really banking on this being kind of like the avenue that I take, so.
No, I think so. I actually hit up macros with Matt. I don't know if you know Matt.
Is that Matt O'Reilly?
No, another Matt. He's the fucking douchebag.
Oh, the douchebag. Dude,
I hit him up. I was talking to him while we were in Italy, and I was telling him about. He's like, "Dude, I'm super interested in this because this is next level shit."
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of coaches do this, you know.
Yeah, that's cool.
This is like fucking company style shit, you know.
Yeah, dude. It's so funny because I wanted to learn how to code so I can make my own software, and I'm like, I think Notion kind of is that. I don't have to learn how to code, but I can still make my own thing.
Yeah.
They also want you to sell stuff, so that brings more people onto the platform, which that whole model is genius. But anyway. Anyway, they come here, then you click done. This is the reason why I did this instead of just putting them here is just like to acknowledge the fact that there's a client, like we got to get them going, you know, because if they're just here, it'd be easy to just not see. This is like a bigger, like, hey, there's a client here.
It's good to see their timeline and their lifeline, which is perfect.
Yeah. We can get so complex, and every time I do anything, it logs it. So it's like, okay, I added the EverFit profile at 3/23 June 7th. You know?
Yeah, actually, that literally just stole my next question, because I'd like to see, like, once a client is marked as ghosted or marked as needs help or something like that, I'd like to see where they are in their timeline from like the beginning till that time, because then we can start to identify when people drop off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It has the day as well, so it'll tell you like when they drop off. We'll actually have a day, like on day 34 they dropped off, you know.
Yeah, perfect.
So they get brought down here. Now what Michelle does is she's going to add any notes. So OB is onboarding notes. By the way, they fixed it. They updated it. So when you put your mouse over it, it shows you the thing. So
okay, nice. Cool.
I'm going to go back to this real quick. So I bet
a shit ton of people are fucking complaining over that.
Oh, dude, I've been watching a lot of stuff on coding and software development, and people have said that since AI has kind of helped out, like there's just so many little bugs and errors because people are trying to use that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I put a little hint or whatever you call that for every single thing, like the date, like just the fucking date, you know. But
dude, I have a question.
Yeah.
Like totally not really EmiFit related, but everything you do here, is there a way for you to just copy everything you do?
Yeah.
Like, can you just copy the Emmy Fitness workspace?
Yeah, it's a pain in the asshole, but yeah.
No, like, it's really a pain in the asshole. Like, you can't just copy the workspace and make it a new workspace with everything that you've already done?
I would have to put all of this into literally one file. Otherwise, I'd have to relink it and everything like that. But yes.
The reason I'm asking is because this can be your product.
Dude, I actually had a little mini breakdown. I didn't break down, but I couldn't figure out how to transfer it. And I'm like, well, there goes the whole, you know. But you have to put everything into one. I don't want to call it a page. I don't know what the proper term. You have to put everything in one thing. And then you transfer that one thing and then you unpack it. But it has to be manually. So it is a little bit of a setup, but I'm trying.
The reason I'm saying that is because like the way you'd market this is like, you can use my information, doesn't matter. You fucking film a loom and you go through all the parts, or I don't know why I'm talking about how to better your business right now, but fuck it.
I'm here for it, dude.
The way I do that is you basically have like sections, right? With loom videos, you going through exactly what you're doing with me right now. Going through, all right, so this is where you have the onboarding dashboard and blah, blah, blah. And like, we can do this according to whatever stage you're in. So this specific business, this, and this. And like, here's everything onboarding on Loom. Then you have everything with client logs on Loom, check-in logs on Loom. and you have those, and then people, like, that's how you market. You'd be like, all right, these are the products that I offer. Boom, boom, boom. And then, like, you can say onboarding form, like, if you want just onboarding help, it's this much. It's for a check-in log, it's this much, whatever. And then you would be like, all right, but if you want a whole package with everything, it's this much. And obviously you would want to price it advantageously.
Yeah.
So
I didn't think about selling individual parts. That's smart.
Yeah, because maybe like Dawson, for example, maybe he doesn't need help with onboarding, but he needs help with his check-in log. So you sell it as parts, but then you also have a package deal. Onboarding plus this is this much. So if each part is $500, $1,000, for example, whatever, each part is $1,000. But if you get two of them, it's, I don't know, fucking $1,700 or $1,500, whatever you price it. So you're moving people.
Smart.
To buy. Yeah.
I even had the thought today of like trying to do some kind of, I don't know what the word is, but with groups like PT Dom, like if their students want to partake, then they get a certain discount, you know, and that would just allow me to go to like the head of each person. You know, Zach Colburn?
Yeah.
He's got his own coaching thing. Why is he in the PT Dom?
He helps us a lot with ads.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I noticed he was in the group and I was like,
Yeah. Anyways, sorry. I'm just here. I am bettering your fucking business.
No, you're good, dude. So we're 30 minutes in. I've gone over one thing. So, killing it. Do you want me to go over kind of like how each person works, or you want me to kind of skim now, or I don't know?
What do you mean each person?
Like so like Michelle would come in here, write notes. She would grab their profile links and paste it here.
This looks pretty self-explanatory. And then plus, like when you go to the left, the whole.
Oh.
Yeah, that. When you go to the onboarding hub or the onboarding section, where is that?
Right here.
Yep. Then from there, I remember you showed me this.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like it's very self-explanatory.
Yeah, it's...
When you mark it as done, then it goes to the next block, right?
Yeah, so if we just did, Bobby Testerson, when I'm done here, it'll go to, sure?
Before you do that, wait, hold on. What are those where are those check-in boxes? Check boxes.
Did they do an intake form? Yes. Did they make their intro post? Yes. I'm Michelle. Yep. Good to go. Move on.
Sick. Fucking sick.
Isn't that cool?
Right to Blue Coach.
Yep. So we click done, then it goes to blue. So what was that? Bobby Testerson or whatever. It's not filtered, so it would go away, but then we have Bobby Testerson down here. It's onboarding.
When you filter it, it'll go away, right?
Yeah. So this is all just for me, just to look at for each person. Like if I came in here, it would show Bobby Testerson. Yeah. So there they are. So now it's Blue Coach's responsibility.
And now he knows who he's responsible for.
Yeah, like my whole thought process was like, who's Johnny? Johnny's Blue. So Johnny comes on here. If he doesn't, like, if there's nothing here, then he has nothing to worry about, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if it's not on here, it's not his problem in a sense. Sounds bad, but you know what I mean? Like that's the whole.
No, I mean it's not his responsibility.
Yeah. 100%. Not like, oh man, his client's struggling. Not my problem. Not like that, but. Anyway, they fill this out, same thing, done. So we got, did they do their first weigh-in? Did they take a photo? They review the handbook, training handbook, nutrition handbook, check-in process, initial, done, same thing. So done. So every coach is going to have, the people who do adjustments they're going to have their own client adjustment log. So when you make a new request, it'll be here. When you make that request, it syncs to that person's profile. So if this is Bobby.
Can Johnny assign a request from here to David, for example, or to Brian?
Yeah, so I could literally do it right now. So I just made a new thing. This is for Nardine, and then I would just type in Nardine again. I'm trying to make that automated. I don't think there's a way around it, but Nardine again. This just links it, so it tracks it. This is the name of this thing.
So we can see when. Okay, that's awesome.
So when I put this in here, it should put the profile link if it's already part of it. So just pretend it's there.
Okay.
Whatever, more carbs. I don't think this is necessary, but it's here. So this is automatically populated. I can't change it. So whenever I click this button is when this is assigned. And then when, let's see. Oh, I got to go in here. I'm sorry. It would be in here. Dude, hold on. It would be in this view, but it would be what I just showed you. You'd come through. So this is for Nardine. And then I would say, this is going to be, Johnny's, and then due date is this. He sees this. He also gets notified because I tagged him. And then when he's done, he's just going to click done, marks it as complete, and then it also checks off that it was completed by whoever clicked that button, and then the date it was completed and the time.
Can he mark it as done from the other view in his dashboard?
Yeah. So everything with this is I'll just have to change the views up a little bit.
So it seems like the best bet is to make the request from there though, right?
Well, you can do what I just showed you here. I'll just have to I just come in here and you kind of show more things, like who's it completed by, who's it assigned to. Now they're here, So what I just showed you will be here. But if they wanted to, they could just go and click this one and only see this, with this. So
that makes sense.
So each coach would have all of their requests. So if I'm Coach Johnny, I'm only going to see ones that are assigned to Johnny.
So each coach basically has their own dashboard, and it's just really their assignments, their workables.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
Fucking sick. Nice.
Yep. And then we have so this is all of, if this is Johnny's dashboard, this is all of Johnny's requests. This is everything in case you wanted to see everything. This is all the incomplete ones for everybody. This is the due date view. So in case, so like a perfect example. So we have 2 due today, 1 due tomorrow. And then in the future, maybe something happened. We don't need a program for another week or something. So now it just lets me know there's one coming up. And you can click done from here too, just done, and it's done. It will go away, but then we have the incomplete coach view. So we'll have, was it Brian, Andrew, David, Johnny, and it'll have all the ones that
How many are pending for them?
Yeah, and it has a little number too. Then we have the completed coach view. This is, again, it's just a fun thing. You can see, how many you've done or whatever. We don't have to have that. And then there is the completed client view. This is going to be messy as hell, but it's just, we can get rid of it. Yeah. Jesus. I mean, over the course of time too. So, but the way that it's intended to be viewed is you would come in here and you would click on, their name. That'll be moved. And then you would come to the adjustments. And then all of that one person's adjustments would be here. So we can just see
Can you show me on the log where we can see the history of their changes?
Oh yeah, it's right here. Or did you mean something else?
Oh, I see. So you go to updates, you click on their name wherever it is.
Yeah.
If you're or whatever, and then.
So this is the master log. So this is kind of supposed to be messy. Like there's no really benefit here. Then you click these tabs, and then it has everything you need. So this is all the updates, the client updates. So on this date, we added more carbs, and it looks like it was completed by Coach Johnny. And then,
Go back to the beginning. Okay, so it'll tell me the date completed. Okay, perfect. Yep. Cool.
Then we have the check-ins. Everything is here. Dude, I kind of, the more that I do this, the more I'm like, it could be so much better. And I kind of want to just break it all down and redo it, but I'm trying to be strategic about it.
This is good because the reason is like I said yesterday, we want our clients to have changes every 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So this is going to be perfect. Cool.
Okay. And then we have, I think that was it for that. And we have all the check-ins. Check-ins works the same exact way as that spreadsheet actually. So you just look
you showed me your check-ins, and then the more that you do it, the more percentage goes up, right?
Yeah, but it's based off of the date. So if we did this one, they should be 100. Yep. Because if they're logged their first day, it's based off of their first check-in date, I believe. So if I go to check-ins, first check-in date is May 18th. So if I came over here and looked,
how did it know it's May 18th?
Because that is going to be assigned in Johnny's thing. So when he's doing the clients and onboarding, he'll have his onboarding right here, and he has to.
David, you mean, right? The green coach.
Yeah, green coach. Okay. So the official start date. So official start date here. What's the first check-in date? And regardless if they do or do not check in, that would be the date. That's the.
Okay.
And then the frequency. This is actually added when the sales call happens, because there's no need to change this once they sign up. But and then they sign a coach. So if I did you, then you'd get notified. Yeah, so on and so forth. And when he's assigning check-in coaches, he can put his mouse over this graph and see, okay, Johnny's got 12 clients. David, I guess he's the other coach, huh? Okay, I've got 20 clients. Johnny's only got 30. So I'm going to get, so you can just see the numbers that way.
This is sick.
I think that's everything for the blue coach, all the check-ins, yep.
Yeah. So what you're saying, though, is blue coach, if there's a client in the blue coach responsibility, they cannot be moved to red coach until blue coach passes them on, right?
Yeah, they will not be. You could not. Red coach will not see it unless blue coach takes care of it.
Understood. Okay, cool. Got it. Got it.
Is that cool?
I think the red. Yeah, I think the red coach is going to have to live on that total dashboard there.
Oh, really?
Because the reason why is like sometimes you'll have the red coach needs to know when the delivery date is.
The delivery date. Okay, we can make that pop up here, or for. Let's see. Hold on. I don't know why it's doing this.
Like, so Brian is the red coach. Brian needs to know when the delivery date is so he can program it on time.
Okay. There's anticipated start date.
That's when they tell him the anticipated start date.
Okay.
I think it's just a matter of adding one more section on the red coach dashboard. Just like a overview of the clients that are currently in onboarding right now.
Okay, so I've got this actually, which is this onboarding overview. Dude, my thing is being slow as hell right now. So
probably because you're sharing.
So it'd be something like this.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even have to be that. It just, like... So, Brian looks at the first column of... You know the Excel sheet that we have for onboarding?
Yeah.
Brian is looking at the first column. So he knows, like, okay, their delivery date is this date, so I need to have the plans ready and uploaded for them and message them on that date. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
It might just be a matter of bringing in a field on the red coach that says delivery date from when. So if you go all the way up to community manager, date joined, anticipated delivery date, right?
Yeah.
That's auto.
Yeah. So the date joined, and then this is 5 days after. Yeah.
So it might just be easier to just make red coach have ADD there.
So the red coach controls this?
No. That's
oh, just pop it up so they can see it.
Yes, but he needs to see the clients that are in the pipeline, regardless if they're still in the blue coach board or not.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He needs to know what's coming.
So he needs to be able to, pretty much needs to see the blue coach people then.
Pretty much with anticipated delivery date, correct.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
No, it makes sense. I'm just trying to think of how we could do that because this is filtered based off of what's hidden here, which is their status, which is like that I showed you earlier, like this thing.
I think it would just be another, if you go to red coach dashboard.
You want the dashboard or just this?
No, red coach dashboard.
Okay.
Go down a little bit. I think having another one that says something like clients to program. That's it. And basically, you're just going to pull in anyone that's still in the onboarding. Basically, anyone that's in the community manager section or the blue coach section, and you just give them anticipated delivery date. That's it.
So it'd be kind of like this, and we have a separate one. We could almost do it like the community managers, which is this thing. And they just come down and then click a. This is so that they have this. So it's going to have the anticipated delivery date, so that Brian knows he needs to program them.
Yes, exactly. He basically needs to know who's in onboarding right now, who's getting the everfit messages right now, and doesn't have a program yet. Because he needs to program them.
Okay, I can make it show just every single client that's not past the red phase, and then he can check them off.
Yes, that's it. But as long as it doesn't disappear when like Michelle presses done there to move to the blue coach.
Yeah, I can just filter it so it's there no matter what. Like he has to move them or something.
It's just so he knows which clients to program. Needs programming.
Mm-hmm. That's
literally what I'd call it. Needs programming.
Okay, cool. I'll do that. I'll add that in. No problem.
Cool.
That was red. Yeah, so red coach. All the different buttons. One thing that's cool, and if we're going to switch out of kind of the nutrition method that we've been doing, we can, you know how there's links, like a Everfit profile link? You can make that same link for Canva too. So it's like, oh, Bobby, let's go into his nutrition. Bam, I'm there.
That's sick.
Yeah, so, but I don't know how it's going to work if we're switching out of it.
Well, it would be nice for that to be in the update log for people who are on the meal plan.
Yeah.
Because when Johnny or David go in and click, they need to update the diet. They just can just do that.
Okay, cool. Then that's. Oh, we have the. Let's see, the follow-up log. I think it's better on Johnny or David's, but this is Andrew's. So we have the different follow-ups. This is the green sheet. I'll have to make it green, but yeah, same thing. They've all got a shift log. So on David's, so same thing, hours log, green sheet, onboarding. So this is kind of cool. So when they get put in here, so see Nardine's here. So it's like she's ready to be added. So how this works is we're going to put the group chat link in here so we can just click it. So it's quick, don't have to search anything up. And that way it's like we know that it's the right person every time. But it's so if I just put this, this is actually added from, this is already added. So the group chat link should be here. Or the group chat, let's see, what is this?
After their start date.
Oh,
right?
This is the date. Yeah, this is the date that they should have been added. I think I can make it pop up real quick. Let's see.
So, if you just put their official start date.
Sorry, nothing's linked together because I deleted everything, but it would show their date. And so then I would know, on June 17th, they need a group chat.
So if they started today, then it would say June 24th, you need to make a group chat, right?
Yep. This is exactly what it would show. Yep. So then I would put the link in there, and then I'm going to check off that they are in a group chat. And once I do that, they're going to get moved, and it's running so slow. They're going to pop up over here, so that there they go. So now we're going to need to assign them a group. And so which group are they going to be in? These numbers are going to tell you how many people are in the group, so you can keep it even. So you can just go boop and put them into group A. Now they're in group A. They're gone. You can do the same thing here. You can see individual people. I think it'll get clunky really fast, but there's this. Then if you come down here, we have all the clients to follow up with. So if I go to all, you'll see Nardine, she's group A, that's what we just said. And then these are the weeks to follow up with. And you can expand these if you want. So FU is follow up. It was funny, I was trying to make acronyms on like follow up group, and I was like a FUG. Dude, I was laughing my ass off by myself, Anyway, you just check off a date. It alternates weekly. So one week it'll say David's, next week it'll say Andrew's. That was actually a pain in the ass to figure out, but I did it. So there's that.
Good shit.
They just check off, so like if I'm doing group A today, I'm going to go over here, boom, then I'm done, So like real life, what would happen is I go, boom, I'm here. What's up, Nardine, and then I just go back to Notion, and then I, check them off, and then move on to the next, So that simple. Dude, my thing glitching out, you see that?
Yeah, it's flipping up a little bit. That's okay.
Check-ins for David as well. That's the whole onboarding thing in every coach dashboard. Something's going on. Am I getting hacked? Goodness gracious. We have the what'd you say?
You're getting DDoS, bro.
People want my stuff, dude. It's Brian.
It's fucking Brian.
Yeah. I tried to make the update request a form, but it's not practical. You'd have to go back in there anyway and then link it to the client. So it's got all the stuff. So it's probably not going to use that, but the type form, I didn't do anything with that.
Not yet, yeah.
And then this is the sales call form, and then we have the form that we made for the responses, which, by the way, you can come in here and just click gallery, and then you can see all the submissions. You can filter it by however.
Any new submissions today? Because I sent out.
Yeah, there was 2, I think. Here, so just right click. Oh, there was 3 today.
Okay.
Planned and review. They didn't even put those.
Shit. Okay. What did they say?
I don't know how they didn't put anything in here. That's so weird. I made it so everything was required.
No, that's fine. Let me see. Well, I think it's because they said they don't have another coach. That's why. They didn't have another coach that didn't open up. Wait, go to the right. Let's see what they fucking said real quick. I'm going to ask Brian, on our call, what should I do with this?
Everyone's saying the random check-ins are pretty cool, dude. That's cool.
Yeah, that's literally why we have the follow-up log. They're so valuable. What did I say? Sometimes I feel like just another number client.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Let's see.
Wait, what?
So this is 15 minutes ago. They've been in for...
I wish we didn't make this anonymous. I'd love to know who, but...
Yeah.
The progress I've made and the consistency I've been able to create, the focus on something. Check-ins are nice, but sometimes feel forced or just a copy-paste as opposed to genuine check-in. Huh?
I don't know. Maybe it's like they're asking me the same questions, just like they really care. I don't know.
Go the regular.
I'm going to go all the way.
I can do this. Hold on.
Good.
I've gotten a ton of results in terms of weight loss and muscle growth. I feel this has made my lifestyle different. I feel more confident. My clothes ultimately have her coach me and make their program.
I feel like this is a very honest response.
Yeah, this is good. Sometimes I feel just like just another number client. Sometimes I feel cared about as a genuine coach, and I don't get it.
I feel both, I guess. Fire them.
Whatever. The rest of the ones were great.
Yeah, dude, all these are awesome. As they kept coming in, I was like, oh, wow. You got a good mix, too, like the first month.
I actually want to know who did that. They said they renewed, too.
When they did renew. I mean, there's only a handful of people. I don't know. Well, how many people have you renewed?
I've been renewing a shit ton.
I'll ask ChatGPT to go to Everfit and then find the how they type and see if it's the same. Find a match.
I'm actually, I don't know why. Like you get like so many submissions that are so awesome.
Yeah, you just focus on that one.
And I'm just focused on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck them. All right.
You already saw this.
Run another renewal thing quick just to get some extra cash.
What'd you say?
I'm gonna run another renewal thing, but private this time.
Mm-hmm.
And reach out to people that are renewing the next 2 months. Yeah. Anyways.
Cool. You already saw this, just all the links. Just got everything all in one spot. You can watch the videos from here, which is cool.
Yep.
Got the shift log. Oh, I already showed you that. So I'm on autopilot. What's this? Oh, dude, this is the first page I ever made, actually. What is this? Oh, this is from the... This is like what...
This is for the messages you send.
Yeah, I could put that near the follow-ups, but...
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually want them to start... From that one feedback, it just seems like follow-ups are forced to the person, so...
Yeah.
Maybe we need to change up the language a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. Cool.
And we have meet the team. Dude, this is the first page I made, so I don't know what I was doing here, but in the hours everybody works, I don't know. Zoom call every Monday. Let's see.
Sick.
Oh, this is, I haven't touched this in a minute, but it's got all the ideas I've had.
Yeah.
All the projects. Follow-up blog, I showed you that, but it's in David's dashboard. Should be in Andrew's too, I think, but I'm
There's a typo.
What'd you say?
There's a typo. And the pink clients that need to.
Client's hat. No, I meant to say hat because they wear hats, probably. Good catch. See, look at this follow-up group. I didn't even see what I mean. Fug. And then we have, I'm going to rework this. I found a much better way to track this. I can actually show you what Trey's looks like. It's pretty sick, but I'm going to show you what Trey's looks like because I made that form and I'm like, damn, I need to bring this over to Mina. Look at this. Man, my shit is going so slow. So we've got the master view, which is just everybody. Then we have the PIF City, so it's got all the people who signed up, all like what renewal they are. So all the online ones, all the gym ones, because he's got a gym, all of them, but in a graph, so you can see the total amount. I probably shouldn't be showing you this, but just the graph. You don't see the numbers up, okay? But
we share this shit all the time. Don't worry.
All right, cool. So yeah, like March, you click this, you can see who participated in, dude, what is going on with my shit? So this is all paid in fulls, online paid in fulls, gym paid in fulls. Same thing with month to month. So same thing, but this actually has lifetime value, which this is pretty cool. So all month to month, it's probably when he joined this PT Dom right there. Yeah, gym. This is cool. So it's the LTV of every client. So just these different clients.
This is good.
Yeah, it's
this
cool. Yeah. Like, this guy's paying him $11,000, dude.
Yeah.
So this is all the online. This is all the gym. But yeah, so I want to do that for you. I can see, the thing is, like, I can copy paste this, but all of this is linked to all of his stuff. So if I bring it over, I'm gonna have to relink it. And some of these, like, I would just have to like literally delete and then recreate. Like, I can't just change it. It's so annoying. Yeah. So that's the only part that sucks. But anyway, then we have check-ins. What's this one? Dude, my shit is... I need a better laptop or what?
Yeah, you're lagging like shit. You sound like a robot a little bit.
My laptop's on fire right now.
You're good.
I don't know.
What else do I need to... that I haven't seen yet?
Got some ideas. Let's see. What's this?
Dude, you're a fucking machine. I don't know how your mind works. You're so fucking organized.
Dude, I appreciate you saying that, but like I get so stressed out. I feel like this is so messy. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
How the fuck is this messy?
I feel that way. I don't know.
No, that's crazy.
I started working on... This is like the night before I started working with Dawson and Trey, and then I guess Riley now. But I tried to get going on all this sales stuff.
Yeah.
We'll have to work on that.
Yeah, that's actually what I wanted to tell you before I have to get off.
Yeah.
They're already messaging in Facebook chat. Fuck.
Can we let you go now, dude? No worries.
Yeah, I probably have to go in the next minute or two. But I think the next thing, because I feel like pretty much we're all set for in-house stuff, like current clients, like that kind of thing. I think next step is like I want us to start thinking and streamlining the sales process of like prospects and like probably more than likely integrating Victoria and Isabel's like they have a sales sheet that calculates a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I saw that.
Here.
Yeah.
And then having that here, that'd be really, really, really cool for us, as well as like prospects and people who book calls and people who say yes, people who say no, people who ghost, things like that, because I'd love to see the numbers for me, I'd love to see an overview of like how many calls were booked, how many no-shows, how many closes, things like that, closing rates for each closer, like that kind of thing. That'd be like really super helpful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
That might be our next thing to work on. Yeah. I think that's going to be really cool too, because that's another thing that you can probably streamline to other coaches too.
Mm-hmm.
Because
probably just that too.
Plug and play, like, because some people don't have closers, so they can just input their own stats. Some people can. And then like I want numbers of like type forms, for example, like how many type forms we've gotten, applications, and then I have been thinking about this. I think I might actually want my VAs on this, because what I would want my VAs to do is like when a call is booked, because they notify us on WhatsApp right now of whenever a call is booked, like who it is, and they make a folder of their conversation. I'd much rather them have it here, because just pressing buttons of like, okay, when the call is booked, for example, like where did they come from? Was it an inbound? Was it an outbound?
Yeah.
Was it because of a follow? Was it an application? Because one thing I had to do while I was in Italy, while I was on a fucking 3-hour train ride, because Brian basically was like, you need to know your fucking numbers. I was like, fuck it, I'll do it right now. Fuck it. So I literally was on a train ride doing this. I had to go through my last 30 sales and see where they came from. So like sales, like closed deals. So I had to go through and see Darcy at the time and Victoria's sales, see how the conversation started. Was it because we reached out and said thank you for the follow, or was it an application? Was it a keyword? Whatever, like a reply to a poll, things like that.
Yep.
So that's really important to me, like for us to know that, and I think Notion would give us the wherewithal to do that very easily.
Oh, for sure would, yeah.
Because like for sure, what I found out actually was very surprising to me, that almost 70% of our sales, our last 30 sales, came from an outbound message saying thank you for the follow.
Really?
Which, I was like, no fucking way. Like,
70%?
I thought it was polls. I thought it was CTAs. I thought it was applications. Nope. It was because my VA messaged and said thank you for the follow. If you're struggling with anything, let us know.
Wow, dude. Power of numbers right there.
Yeah. So when that opened my eyes, I was like, fuck, like, I need to know more. I need to know more because I can pour more on that.
Yeah. Double down on it. Yeah.
That's when I double down. I double down on a whole bunch of ads that are giving me follows. Like I'm paying like fucking $150 a day in ads right now. Just running and getting me follows. Because it's opening up a lot of conversations. Okay.
That's so sick, dude.
Yeah. So that's the type of numbers that I want now.
Okay. We'll absolutely get that going. Yeah, for sure, dude.
Like,
hey, one more thing. I know you got to go. Do you know where those 550 clients are?
Fuck yeah, that's something I want to talk about.
That's actually kind of like the bottleneck for me right now. I can't really do much until.
I'm very scared on that.
Yeah. Unless I'm just looking in the wrong place, dude. I don't know. Maybe it's my bad.
I mean, the only other way that I can think of, Bryson, would be we can look at literally the clients that we have. Like you're just going to have 2 windows open.
Just check them off.
And check them off.
Okay.
Put all the names together, look at all the clients that we have on Everfit and see the differences. And we'll try to find the 50 clients. There might be clients that we just we never added.
Yeah.
Which would be very scary.
Yeah, month to month's got 30, paid in full's got 100 roughly. So anyway.
So let me know if that works and let me know what you find, okay?
Okay. Will do.
All right, bro. I'll talk to you.
Okay. See you, man.
Peace. I appreciate you, man. You're fucking doing big things.
Oh, thanks, dude. I appreciate it.
Awesome, man. I'll talk to you soon.
I'll talk to you later, bro. See ya. What a good guy. My laptop is on fire. The fuck is going on? Like, it's actually kind of hot, and I don't know what to do. What do I do about this? Dude, this is hot as shit. It's because I'm sharing my screen, also running 2 monitors, also on a Zoom call. Is that probably why, huh? Dude, I'm overwhelmed as fuck. Oh my hell. Well, you probably already heard me talk about it because this is going to be after the fact of the whole show. So this is the end of the show. Peace.